Say hello to everybody now.
Oh, sorry, this is actually live now.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet. Yeah, cool. Yeah. Thanks, Si. Yeah, it's Simon here once again from Beacon Games. Wrong side. There you go. With other Simon. We are cracking Final Fantasy packs. We're going to be doing things a bit differently this time. One, I have a massive, really nice glow today. Great. We are going. All the packs that we are going to be opening today are actually going to be for sale. So everything I open will be for sale in the shop, which is a blessing because it means I don't have to spend money on it. Curse is if anything good comes out, then I have to sell it in the shop and I can't take it for myself. So
I've got a knife.
You do have a knife, Si, yes. My only dream is that we get 2 VVs and we get 2 Ancient Copper Dragons.
Is there Ancient Copper Dragons in there?
There is, so yeah, there we are in the Final Fantasy Through the Ages card of the set.
Weird looking.
Yes, they are weird. I like them, but they are interesting because they don't have the set symbol on the side.
No, they look very sort of like
they look like
proxies.
Yeah, they do. 100%. They look 100% like proxies. Disclaimer, we may have cats come in. We have always come in during the streams. Second of all, we are putting everything in a Vault X binder for in the shop. And we also have these for sale. Oh, yeah. So we got 12 pocket ones, 9 pocket ones, whole range of pockets, depending on what kind of pocket you want. All the pockets. And yeah, obviously, thanks again to Simon for letting us do this at his place. Thank you for his amazing setup, his things, the different cameras. And yeah, obviously just thanks again for that. We have a where I put it? Play Booster box. We aren't doing the collector ones this time because they are stupid money at the moment. And we don't know what is getting reprinted when, if it gets reprinted. And so, yeah, we are doing a play booster. I said that's also one of the reasons why we are selling it in the shop. And yeah, so you can be potentially the owner of a Tidus Una Ristic Study, a whole range of different things. Yes, thank you, Jack. Oh yeah, shout out to Jack, Ben, Jess, all my mates who always come into the Sleet stream just to see me slap cards and rub them quite passionately.
Dan as well.
Dan.
Do I need to make it?
I don't know who G is, but I'm assuming that might be Jess or someone I know. Thank you. No, that's perfect. Yeah, giving them up or buying them yourself. Yeah, basically, you need to see the pain of you having to give them up. Yeah, this is going to be. I am actually slightly concerned about this because I do want a VV, and I do want an Ancient Copper Dragon. I already have an Ancient Copper Dragon, but
not that one.
Not this one. Not this one. And yeah, that is exactly how things are going. We are now kind of getting to become WPN, so that is also a big, massive plus. We've got an event on Tuesday. Yes, there you go, rubbing the box just for you, Jess. Got Commander Party on Tuesday where we're going to be giving away free cards. You got to do we've got to sign into the app. You got to do some other stuff, and you'll get an extra promo on top of that if you do the quest within the Commander Party format. So. Except for that, I think we are ready to start cracking packs. We'll see what we get. So that is, yeah, oh, sweet. Oh, dude, look at that transition. That is perfect pro magicking right there. So, 1 Final Fantasy booster box.
Do you want it for the camera?
No, that is...
They want to see the goods, don't they?
They want to see the goods. They want to see the goods. So, yeah, same old card. We do drafts quite a lot, so these are the archetypes you need for draft. Basically, colour combinations and all that kind of stuff. To the side. All right, pack 1. Give it a good old rub. Give it a good old slap. I'm going to rub it. First one. Rub it real good. Yes, I will, Dan, just for you. Okay, first pack. That's a little crack. How many packs we open, I don't know. We'll just see how we kind of go throughout the day, throughout the session, and go from there. So we have Undercity. So this is from all of Final Fantasy's history. So I think it's every mainline game. I don't think they feature anything from X2 and like some of the other, so the 13 sequels, like Lightning Returns and stuff. But for the most part, everything is in there. So Fat Chocobo is in there. Ice Flan is in there. Suplex is in there. If anyone knows what that's from Final Fantasy VI, I believe, when you can suplex a train. A ghost train, I should say. Araman, Blitzball for Final Fantasy X, which is probably one of my favourites. Shiva, Samurai's Katana, Tom Berry, the original psychopath, Tidus Blitzball Star, Noctis, actually a good card. Can do a lot of things. CDH has got a lot of buzz to it because you can sack a lot of stuff, bring it back. Just a generally, is that also focus? Or is that start?
I can do.
That's it. Yeah, they say you can do some really cool stuff with it. That's perfect level. And then commune with beavers. I don't understand this because I've not played Final Fantasy 2, but apparently in Final Fantasy 2 you commune with beavers. And then we got Insomnia and a really nice Sephiroth with a nice little signature on the bottom. Rub it real good. 7 or 10 for the win. I don't know how I feel about that. For me, it's 9 and 10, just because I feel like
It's 7.
7. Only because that's because of the remake.
Yeah, I know, but have you played the remake?
I've played the first half one. I played the one that's
the remake, not rebirth. Is that the way round it is?
Yes, that is correct. Yeah, I've played remake, intergrade, blah 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 with Yuffie, I believe. But I have not played rebirth. It's on the list.
It's on my list.
But my list is very long, and if anyone knows me, my lists don't get accomplished very quickly. Vayne from Final Fantasy 12. Is that?
Hang on. Move.
That's it. Oh, you get that out of the way because it's focusing on.
It keeps focusing on there.
I'll put that there,
Cloud.
and then bam, and put that out of the way. Then it's like, hey, Vayne's Trickery. So this is from Final Fantasy 12. He's the main villain. I wanted there to be more on Judge Gabranth or Tactics. Have not played that one. That one is one of the ones I've been meaning to play. And they have just announced last week that they are remaking it. They're doing a remake for PlayStation, I believe. Ice Flan again. Summon GF Ifrit. Cloud-based Moogle. Sephiroth's Intervention. Lionheart, which is this. I don't know. I've played a lot of Final Fantasy VIII, but I didn't get very far because I was a kid and just wasn't very good. Stolen Uniform. Garnet, who is the second protagonist, she becomes called Dagger or something halfway through, renounces her family, blah blah blah. Really cool. Garland from Final Fantasy 1. Zodiac, Umbral God, and they have our first Through the Ages, so Wild Rose Rebellion. Nice card, nice simple. Look at the artwork, it's fully jazzy art. Yeah, look at that. Ooh. A nice little foil and a Swamp Land from Final Fantasy 5. 2 packs in. We are still looking for an elusive Vivi. We are still looking for giving it a good old rub. This one.
Oh, it's going for a flip.
Going for the flips. What can I say? We also sell tech decks, so you can do tech deck style tricks if you want with your packs. However, if you do scuff them because of it, it is not our fault. Said again, Suplex. Gallicat. What's that from?
It's a cat.
It's a cat. What? I'm not. So Final Fantasy 5. Apparently there is a flying cat. Apparently. Final Fantasy 9. I says Final Fantasy 1, but I just remember the black mages from Final Fantasy 9. Prishy's Wandering. I have downloaded Final Fantasy 14 just due to the amount of cards in this set that are Final Fantasy 14 based. However, how long I play that game for, who knows. Crossroads Village. Capital City. Shambling. I can't pronounce them. Sifi. Something. Ash, Princess of Dalmasca. Gladius. He came up a lot in the pre-release on Friday. Cool card. Just lets you kind of ramp a little bit. Just does a lot of cool things. Sarah Farron. She's also quite cool. She's from Final Fantasy 13. Does some cool things. Dragoon's Lance. And a Gongaga reactor. We are 3 packs in. We've got one. Call out what real card Through the Ages ones are, please. What when you say what the real card? Counterspell. Okay, yes, Counterspell.
I think. Yeah.
Which Final Fantasy is your favourite? Good question, Jack. That is a really good question. I don't know really. So I've got a really fun spot for 12 because the art style, the world they have, and it's just quite cool. And it's one of the ones I've completed. Final Fantasy 7, it's quite cool, but I never really invested myself. I wasn't old enough. Final Fantasy 9, I got to disc 3 out of 4. 8 was my first Final Fantasy, I believe, properly, but I never really wasn't old enough for it. And then 10, I got all the way to the final boss, and then it took me 10 years to go back to the game while I was at university to complete it. So that is a very long way of putting I don't know. I did complete Final Fantasy 15, but I don't know how I feel about that game. Noctis is really cool in this, but I don't know if I need. That game when the game first came out, it wasn't finished. Like they actually kind of changed so many things during the course of like patches and stuff that it was just frustrating. So I completed it, never went back. Probably the game was a lot better about a year afterwards. But saying that, this is literally a card from that game. So side quest, catch fish, because in that game you can catch fish. So it flips to a cooking campsite. There's a lot of camping in that game, a lot of camping, a lot of chatting, cooking a bit of food. You're chilling out. It's a bit of an adventure. But going back to, I would probably say, I think maybe 10. Maybe 10. Yeah, I reckon 10 was probably my favourite, just because I don't think there's many games you come back to 10 years later just to complete. I was just so, and I rewatched recently a video of the whole storyline. Maybe realise about some more other things that I did not know about that game. But yeah, really cool. First full art, that's not a one through the ages. Realm Reborn, cool full art card, gives all permanents, tap for mana. So it's kind of it can definitely be a game ender because of the fact if you have mana, you then have a lot more mana. And the artwork's just super nice. Final Fantasy 14 again, one of the ones I have not played, but for the most part I've played most of the rest of them. Golden Saucer, nice jazzy foil. Goen, Town of Ruin, and a nice bird. It's a chocobo, but it's classed as a bird in the game. That was a really nice bird voice. That was a nice little. Yeah, there you go. I was like, where's the bird sign? Where's the bird?
I don't know. A cat might bring.
I was going to say the cat just jumps in. It's like, where's my dinner? Right, we are on pack 4. We are sailing through. We've got some more moguls. A mogul, cornered by thingy. Precious Wandering, Ice Magic. We've got another one. I should not look at the cards before. Item Shopkeep, Magic Pot, Instant Ramen, Final Fantasy. So this is, I don't know how I feel about this, because I don't feel like ramen I don't think pot noodles should be in a Final Fantasy game. Not sure how I feel about that. But
it's got to have pot noodle in it.
I'm not a massive fan of pot noodle, so what are your feelings on pot noodle?
I very much enjoy a pot noodle.
Yeah?
I like to dip like crackers in it.
When you say crackers, do you mean like
cheese crackers?
Oh, okay, cool. For some reason in my head, I was just thinking of like
Christmas.
digestive biscuits.
Oh, no.
Just digestive in my noodle. It's fine, mate. It's all good. Swallowed by Leviathan, Crystal Fragments, Esper Origins. So this one will flip into a Madwin. Reveal the top card of your library. If it's a permanent card, put it into your hand. So they got summon creatures in this one. So sagas normally work where they do effects and they disappear, but in the summons they are creatures, so they will have summoning sickness on turn 1, but then they will progress through different summons depending on the games. It makes thematic sense, but they will do different things. So like some of the summons will go back to becoming a creature, or this one a sorcery. Other ones will just go to the end thing and then just disappear. So super noodles are better personally.
Yeah,
well,
but you have to have a pot to cook them in.
There you go. You see, you've just been caught out there, mate. That's
pot noodle. You just need boiling water. You can get that anywhere.
So, Thingy for the Ages is a Laboratory Maniac, and then we have a Genji Glove foil. Break up a Scotch egg into a pot noodle. What are you doing, Dan? Actually, I don't know how that sounds like quite nice. Like, because I suppose you're getting an extra bit of chunky bit there.
The bread bit's going to go a bit soggy though by the time you get.
Yeah, I feel like that's a good. I feel like Dan is the man who he's tested this many a year, trying out pot noodles and going, this is the way forward. Is how. Only thing I wonder is how did you come about thinking that you should put a Scotch egg in a pot noodle? Do you know what I mean? Like
it sounds like a university thing.
Yeah, I just feel like, I don't know, maybe you're not like going, you walk home from Tesco and it's pouring with rain. The Scotch egg just falls into the pot noodle and you're like, it's like peanut butter and chocolate. You just go, my peanut butter, my chocolate. You got nut chocolate in my peanut butter. It's like you got my Scotch egg in my pot noodle. I don't know.
It's different.
It is definitely different. I'm not discounting it in the slightest. It definitely could be a thing.
The Ryvita Thins, the big long things with the seeds on top.
Yeah.
Dip them into your pot noodle and then make a little noodle cracker.
Nice.
Obviously quite nice and long.
Yeah. That could work. I say it could work. It works. Warrior Sword, Fate of the Suncrist, Suncrist. I think that's Suncrist. Cornered by Black Mages. That's Final Fantasy 9 all the way. So this is me. This is what a Black Mage is. Random thing with 2 eyes. Looks a bit creepy.
Wizardy.
Gashel Greens. Magic Damper. The Report Scout. Aramam. Fenrir. Valkyrie Aerial Unit. Judge Gabram. So I've actually got I bought a model of him in Japan, and when I say model, it's an action figure. Definitely, it's in my office. It's not in my bedroom. That would definitely not be the best thing to have in your bedroom. But he looks really cool. So I was in Japan. So I liked Final Fantasy 12. It was either him or the bunny girl. I can't remember her name. Fran. Anyway, I went with him because he looks cool, and you can put him in poses.
And it'd be less awkward to get back through customs.
Yes. Bunny lady with a big arrow, with a big thingy. So, Louis' Sacrifice, Final Fantasy 14. So I can't give you the reason why he sacrificed himself. All I know is he's got big ears. Maybe he sacrificed himself for the big ears. He's there like, I've got to just do it for the fam. We have Mughals Valor, full art. Looks nice.
Cool.
Look at those jazzy. Look at them. I don't know how well they're going to do in a fight, but they got wings and they're like little cat people. So I feel like they may be all right with their like claws and stuff. Magic Dampener and a Swamp. So that is a nice little pack there. We are cracking through. Good card. Good old slap.
Number 7 now.
We're on number 7. There's so much opportunity to get so much stuff. Did I do my nails? I don't know. Yeah, they aren't. I did cut them. Not for this, but just because when you're on the farm doing no harm, sitting around with Daisy, you don't really want poop in your nails. Gubu Gardener from Final Fantasy 11. Combat Tutorial from Final Fantasy 10. Call the Mountain Chocobo from Final Fantasy 7. See, I don't know what that's in reference to, but I'm assuming it's a different to the normal Chocobo that is from the mountain. So I'm guessing completely different. Undercity Dire Rat. It's not as good as a cat, but you know, whatever. Venturous Airship from Final Fantasy 1. I thought that'd be Final Fantasy 9. Araman. Lock Cole from Final Fantasy 6. I've played a lot of 6, but I can't remember any of it. Quinoa. It's not quinoa, but I'm going to call her Quinoa. She's from Final Fantasy 9, and the frog, yeah, you know, that is 100% a thing from that game. Barrett being Barrett with a giant ass gun. Evil Reawakened. We have a Lunar Whale, which is from Final Fantasy 4. So remember this because you've got to take this to the moon. I played most of Final Fantasy 4, but didn't complete it. Again, I got to the last dungeon. Something happened in my life, and I was like, I'll do it another time. But really cool card. Green chocobos can travel over mountains. Thank you, Dan. That is why I respect your opinion on Final Fantasy 7, because I did not know that. And, you know, it means that you... So green chocobos can travel over mountains. So yellow ones can't, white ones can't.
They're no good at the altitude.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's just... I mean, it's to do with the green in it. Yeah, 100%. Lunatic Pandoric. So this is... Greener had this on Friday. I didn't like it. It's a nice little... It's a nice little utility. So you can surveil, you can do stuff. It's just nice. A nice little mountain and a hero. And it's all foliage. Foliage. Remember, everything that comes here is going to be in the shop in our lovely Vault X binder. Some people have requested a couple of cards if they come about. We will see. Gold can go anywhere. True. Oh, gold can get... I see what you mean. Okay, yeah, I thought you meant literally... I know we were talking about chocobos. I just thought you meant splash some cash and you can go anywhere. But I see what you mean.
It's true.
It is true. I mean, yeah, people have done a lot of things. Fate of Suncrist, Malboro. So in this set, like they've done on the last few sets, they have a high-end creature. So this one is 6 mana, but it also has swamp cycling to help you mana fixing. Really good in a limited format. Just, yeah, they're not normally overpowered, but they can do a lot of things with that little swamp cycling. So late game, it's a creature. Early game, you've got a bit of mana fixing. Natural Greens with Flashback. Dream of Laguna, Final Fantasy 8. Warrior's Sword. Laughing Mad, Crossroads Village. Black Waltz number 3. So if you know, played Final Fantasy 9, there's different Black Waltzes that you fight during the game. I can't remember which one Black Waltz is. That might be when you get on a cart of some sort. But anyway, again, Final Fantasy 16, Torgal is the dog that Clive has. So this is Clive. This is Torgal. Very coincidentally that he finds the dog after like 15 years of being at war, and it's like, hey, first dog I see, you must be my ancestral dog from when I was a kid. whole range. Of course, I mean, it's a Final Fantasy game. You know, anything can occur, anything can happen. Sorceress's Scheme for Final Fantasy VIII. The Emperor of Palmacia, which flips into the Lord Master of Hell. I have no idea what that's all about. That looks very awesome. Final Fantasy II. Looks very cool. Ishgard, the Holy See, Colossal Behemoth, and a nice jazzy foil planes. We are getting through the packs now, guys. We are still looking for that VV. We are still looking for a Ancient Copper Dragon. We're still just looking for all that bling bling. I've just seen, I think is another counter spell. Item Shopkeep, ARF Rescue Mission, Marlborough, another Fat Chocobo, a Dragoon's Wyvern, Adventurer's Airship, Laughing Mad. I mean, some may say you have to be mad to work in Magic, but well, I don't know where that joke was going. Choco Comet is quite a cool card. Does some cool things with removal, and also you get a little Chocobo out of it. So, spot removal, does cool stuff. Gaius Van Bazar, he does some little bit of removal, choose what you do. Fang Fearless Lassie, she is two different halves of a card. So she has, when she transforms, she has Vigilance, Menace, Trample, Reach, Haste. When she dies, yeah, I know. Her and her sister transform together. So it's weird that they're both uncommon, considering when they transform together, they do some cool stuff. But Meld, you got to love a bit of Meld. Earth Crystals, this is the first one we've found so far. There's one crystal for each colour. Nice little thing that can do a lot of stuff. It helps, they're like little kind of like mana rocks because they reduce cost by 1. And they do cool things. Another counterspell from Final Fantasy XIV, Wild Rose Rebellion, is the card for that one. Side Quest Card Collection, which flips into a cool magic card. And then we have Insomnia Crown City. I mean, leave the card out. Very smart idea, Dan. That is what I will do when I just find it again. Bam, Fang is there. She's there, so we are hoping for her. We did actually get her. The thing is, though, because there's multiple cards from this set, we got the rare version of her sister, but I don't think that's a rare, so I don't think that melds with that. We will see. I definitely don't think it does because it didn't have the emblem in the corner. So there is an emblem on that card there that shows that they actually has a meld, ability that they can go together, basically. Chocobo Kick. I actually had someone try to play this against me today on Arena. Nice thing about the whole double, if you return a land to go into its owner's hand, you can double that. Quite a nice little bit of removal. Retrieve the Esper. These are synonymous with Final Fantasy VI. Suplex, Gallicat, Black Mage's Rod. Lunatic Pandora. Yeah, I know. I can't tell with a straight face. And actually, funny thing, we actually have the meld card in this pack. So smart idea, Dan, because I've just seen the meld emblem in the corner. Instant ramming again. Restoration Magic. Rinoa Heartily from Final Fantasy VIII. And there you go. Next pack. What a coincidence. I wish I could say that was actually done intentionally, but that's not. Then we have Sephiroth's mum, Genova. Spoilers, she's not the nicest of people, but you don't really know a crazy amount about her because we don't know. No. And we got another one for the ages. We've got Captain Lancery Storm, who's Varn from Final Fantasy 12. Cool game. As I said, it was definitely cool when they redid it, called Zodiac Age, where they put some extra stuff in it. Just made it better. And then we have a Bard Story and a Rabanastra. And so we will just get the other half of the card. So, bam. There is part 1, Ragnarok. And there's the other half of the meld. Look at that. Look at how cool that is. That is...
Do you want some sticky tape?
No, we'll ruin the card.
Oh.
We could blue tack it. No, we're not doing that, Si. We're not going to do it. But yeah, it's a really cool artwork. It's got so many hands. So little time. You know, it can do so. Ba-dum-bum. So that is that pack, and we have coincidentally found the other half already. So, okay. We are getting there, guys. We are cracking packs. We are doing things. We are finding so many things. This one I think is a bit overpowered. Just going to say it out of the gate. Beginning of combat. If you control an equipment, you may pay 1. When you do, attach target equipment you control to target which you control. So something that has a really high mana cost to equip cost, 1 mana, bam, it's just there. You know, like that's for a common, that just seems quite high powered. There are ways, a lot more ways now to get equipment on stuff, but it just seems, quite broken. Fight on. I mean, we're all fighting on, aren't we, in life? You know, that's just that. I mean, that's just synonymous with life. You've always got to fight on. You've always got to fight on. Blitz shot. I mean, we all get blitzed sometimes. Sometimes we get shot, but we know we just persevere. Magic dampener. Summon GF Ifrit. Paladin's Arms. Summon Primal Garuda. The Primal Vista. Final Days. Side quest Hunt the Mark, which is quite a cool one. So if you play Final Fantasy 16 or any of the Final Fantasies, really, like especially Final Fantasy 12, which this is based on, a lot more bounties, a lot more doing things. So like quite little cool bits that will transform into Yizamat, the Ultimate Mark, who's a nice little cool dragon. We have another little full art. So Fran and Balfir. So as I said, I nearly bought her in Tokyo, but decided to go for Judge Cabranth. Really cool card. One of the first ones they got spoiled from the set. It does cool stuff. So vehicles you control get +1/+1, have vigilance and haste, and just does nice things. Another one, so this is from Final Fantasy IV. So it's all to do with Dragoons and some other things. That's Cecil. That's his mate, I believe, or the other way around. But yeah, does cool things. Nice card. I think I'm growing to like them more the more I see them from opening these packs. Stuck in Summoning Sanctum. If you play Final Fantasy X, you'll know this is from like 2/3 through the game, where there's like the Owlbed and you have Seymour doing some stuff. But anyway, I could talk about Final Fantasy X all day. Island, nice little art card. Right, we are trudging through.
12.
Pack 12. All right. We are getting there. So, Light of Judgment, Chocobo/Mog, Shinra Reinforcements, Balamb T-Rexosaur, Scorpion Sentinel, World Map, Sahagin, Saz's Chocobo, Magitech Armor, Eden's Seat of Sanctum, Crestus Schleppe, Absolute Virtue. I think that may be our first mythic of the thing. From Final Fantasy 11, apparently it has a lot of stuff to it. I don't know. Apparently they took it out of the game, put it back in the game, but actually made it harder by accident. Looks cool. I watched a little video of someone fighting it. Doesn't look very nice to fight against. But yeah, you have protection from each of your opponents. So slightly hard to, do stuff to. A Thief's Sword and a I should know that Gualda Sun because that's from Final Fantasy X. Yeah, jazzy card. All right, they're all jazzy. There we go. Gonna treat this one a little bit more respectfully. Give it a little tap. This is some packs. There's that shot. Cool. Precious Wanderings, Rook Turret, Warrior's Sword, Fate of the Suncrest, Cornered by Black Mages. Magic Pot. We found a lot of magic pots today. I don't know. That doesn't look very magical to me. That looks like something scary. I don't know if I want to approach that pot.
Right?
It could be right. That might be a guy called Dave. He's just hard on his luck. He's homeless. He's living in a pot. I don't know if I want to smell the pot.
Oscar the Grouch.
It could be Oscar the Grouch's cousin.
Yeah.
Just his name's Grouch or Steve. Maybe that's just Steve. Maybe that's just Steve having a bad day. Crossroads Village, Cargo Ship, Opera Love Song, Circle of Power, Full Art Summon of Fenrir. Nice little card, does some cool things. We have a Vincent, very powerful card, does some really nice stuff. It does flip into a Galleon Beast. But the cool thing is as well, this is really hard to remove. So when you transform it, it becomes this. It dies, it becomes this. So when he attacks, you may transform it. Comes that. So he comes a 3/2 with lifelink and trample. He dies. Comes back as that. It's just it's this never-ending cycle of pain. Diamond Weapon, and we have a Wastes. So that's a premium full art lamb right there.
Premium.
People love that. I don't think there's actually anything in this game that needs Wastes. But if you play Final Fantasy 16, there's a thing called the Blight, which does affect the landscape, and so the Blight is technically making stuff into wastes. All right, we are cracking. Black Mage's Rod, Commune with Beavers. Those two together, it's just so inappropriate. But, you know, if the Black Mage's Rod wants to commune with Beavers, then, you know, who am I to say no?
Nice.
Sabatender. We haven't seen the cactus yet, actually. Choco Mog, Adventurer's Airship, Lolprit Scout, Galaf's Final Act, Unexpected Request. So that is Zidane, and Dagger / I can't remember her name when she actually before. Shitoto, Tactical Magician, Ultima. So this is literally you literally end the turn. So destroy. I don't know how I feel about this card, only because it ends the turn. So you pay extra mana, but you just destroy your artifacts and creatures, end the turn. So it's like you can't do anything after that. It's just no, the game's. It's just that your turn's done. Some respects that's awesome. In other ways you're like, don't know how I feel about it. Another Realm Reborn. We have a Town Greeter and a Baron Airship Kingdom. Still no elusive thing, but we will get there. We will find something. We will find some jazzy cards. Mirrodem Elder, Slash of Light. I'm saying that's a cool looking fish person, and it is a fish person. I didn't think it was. Gigantoad, Sage's Newlifts, Red Mage's Rapier, Sandworm, Battle Menu, Elixir, a X-Def Void Warlock, a cheeky land Lidbloom. You can either have it as we can have it create a 0/1, or it's red. We have cool Indala. So this is Kuja. This is one of the main villains from Final Fantasy IX. I'm not sure the value of this one, but this is a really cool commander because it has Eminence. So it's just disgusting, but it does really cool things. GF Ifrit. Actually, yeah. No, I remember that guy.
What is the original space?
Inala Archmage Ritualist. So with her, you pay 2 mana. Whenever you play a wizard spell, play 2 mana and you create a copy that's got haste and you sack it end of turn. So if you have like quite cool wizard synergies, which there isn't this set, you can do like there's one that has Cascade, so you create 2 have Cascade.
It's not red and green, is it?
It's Grixis, so it's red, blue, black.
Oh, it's right then.
So it's not Ed's colours. It's okay. We're okay. It's
another
fine.
Cascade card for him. Oh god.
It's like, I love Cascade, guys. I love it. But no, it's like just anything. So like a lot of wizards will bring stuff back from the graveyard. So you can just bring out 2 things back from the graveyard. So there's just this like cool synergies that you can do with that card, basically. So we have another one. I don't know, Simon. Don't look. Natural Greens, Magic Dampener, Item Shopkeep, Aerith Rescue Mission, Marlborough, Summon Fat Chocobo, a Dragoon's Lance, Diamond Weapon, Ether, Self-Destruct. I mean, am I right? Everyone self-destructs at times. Ninja Blades. I'm not sure what that does.
Ninja stuff.
Oh, we got a Perforos. So we got Kefka. So this is one of the higher, more expensive Vidalcan, or yes, that's what I was thinking, or something like Greener on Tuesday played Leyline of Anticipation, so gives everything flash. So you could literally just, you said same kind of thing applies, you just do it anyone's turn. Kefka is Perforos, God of the Forge. Really cool commander. Red, does cool things. Definitely a commander I do want to build at some point because I'm a red player. I like to smash face. I like to be a problem. And so, yeah, that's a cool card. Ninja Blades gets +1/+1 and is a ninja in addition to its other types. And whenever this creature does combat damage to a player, draw a card, then discard a card. That player loses life equal to the discarded card's mana value. Cool. And then we have some Sages, I can't pronounce that. Sulifs, Vector Imperial Capital. What's that one? 6. Yeah, it does look very. And then we got another nice little jazzy art card. I need to just stick that on. I put it there. That's all right. Yeah, cool. Corner. All right. I can't pronounce that. Bard's Blow, Sage, Missidin Elder, You're Not Alone, World Map, Hill Gigas, Cloud of Darkness. Green to play this against me on Friday, didn't like it. Chocobo Racetrack, another card green to play against me on Tuesday. Really didn't like it. So whenever you play a land, you get a 2/2 Chocobo. Says bird, it's a Chocobo. Really horrible because if you're playing landfall and you get this to pop, I played it today on Arena, and there's a lot of ramp cards that will give you like 2 lands, so you're just getting two. You can getting at least 1 2/2 bird a turn, which is not very nice. Random Encounter, also another disgusting card. Shuffle your library, then mill 4 cards. Put each card milled this way onto the battlefield. They gain haste. At the beginning of an end step, return those creatures to their owner's hands. So they're not going to the graveyard. They're coming out and they go straight back to your hands. So you're getting some disgusting stuff there. Delivery Moogle, Rapan, Bull of Almigo. Oh yeah, he's from Final Fantasy 14. That's why I have no idea who he is, but he's a cool beastie.
Sword's a bit wonky.
It is, isn't it? It's a bit, yeah, I don't know how you can't use that to cut a steak. You can't use that to cut a steak. You'd be a little bit like only half the steak gets cut. Rydia's Return and a full art Lyland. Lyland? Island. Leyland that. Look at that. To be honest with you, I feel like, I'm just beating up Cloud at this point. Just slapping his face. Knocking him down. Get back up again. Dragoon's Wyvern. Light of Judgment. Chocobo Mog. Shinra's Reinforcement. Balam T-Rexor, Blitzball, Laughing Mad, Demon Wall. We haven't seen that one yet. Menace, as a counter. Oh, cool. So it's kind of getting round Defender by putting stuff on it, then you can attack with it. Omega, Snow Villas. As I said, Final Fantasy 13 was not my favourite. Snow, he's just what he does. But he has a thing. Final Fantasy 8, Time Sorceress, she's the main villain. She flips into Ultimacia the Omnipotent. When this creature transforms, take an extra turn after this one. Nice stuff. We have a Jet. So this is Tidus is down from Final Fantasy X. If you didn't know, big part, if you want to have a dad complex, have this guy as your dad, because he's never there. He's a pisshead, just drinks all the time. But he's a really good blitzball player. Really good. He's got a really banging tattoo, which you do. Unfortunately, you do have to fight him in the game. And that tattoo gets big. And then we have Lock Coal and a Full Art Mountain. Right, we are cracking through packs. I believe we're over halfway now.
You took half the way, so I can't count the.
Sorry, dude. Yeah.
Three.
1H Sage. Twat Rob Forager. Forea. Airship Crash. Something. Merchant. Thunder Magic. Vincent's Limit Break. Coil. Dark Knight, Greatstorm, Ride the Shapoof, really good card. When a land enters the battlefield, put a +1/+1 on it. Zax's Fair, also a really good card because it comes in with a +1/+1. You can sack him and target creature gets indestructible, and you can put the +1/+1 counters from him onto another creature. Seifer, I never played him in Final Fantasy VIII, but he's kind of like one of the antagonists or duologists. I can't pronounce the word, but he's cool. Sin. I want him to be more powerful. I love Sin from Final Fantasy X. Long story, but he's a massive beastie. He's technically the antagonist, the main villain from Final Fantasy X. But technically, aren't we all the villain in life? Sometimes. So this big creature can also be a villain in different ways. Paladin's Arm and Vector. We are getting there. Cracking the packs.
Do you know how many is it? Oh, there we go.
I think there's 30 in a box.
4, 6, 8, 10 left.
10 left. Scorpion Sentinel, Missidin Elder, Slash of Light, Nezumi Trader, Namazu's Trader, World Map, Sahagin, Relentless X, something or other, Coral Sword, Eject, Midgar. Oh, we've got a few cards in this one. So you may sacrifice an artifact or creature. If you do, draw 2 cards. This land enters as tapped. Golbez, who is the one from Final Fantasy IV, who's the main villain. Whenever an artifact you control enters the battlefield, surveil 1. At the beginning of your end step, if you draw 4 more artifacts, return a creature card from the graveyard to your hand. Then if you control 8 or more, each opponent loses life equal to that card's power. Oh, nice. That sounds quite disgusting. He is not a very nice person, so that makes about sense. That is, I can't remember her name. Jill from Final Fantasy 16. She's the.
It's very pretty.
She is very pretty. She is the dominant of ice, so she controls Shiva. So Final Fantasy 16, they try to make it like Game of Thrones. I say that every Final Fantasy is a bit like Game of Thrones, with like shenanigans. So I don't think they actually needed to do it, but cool game nonetheless. Yeah, it just has some cool stuff going on. Heck dies, airship crash, ice magic, haste magic, slash of light, adventurers inn, Vincent's limit break, Albed salvages, Ultros obnoxious octopus. He's in Final Fantasy 6. He's very obnoxious and very annoying. He comes up a few times and he's just annoying. Zidane Tantalus Thief, main character from Final Fantasy 9. Tifa's limit break. Oh, we have an Ultima. Sweet. He's a really cool character. He's the main villain's Final Fantasy 16. When he attacks, put a blight counter on target land for as long as that has a blight counter on it. Uses all land types and becomes basically a colourless waste. Whenever you tap a land for waste, add an additional land.
There you go. That's the card that needs waste then.
Bugger. Yes, there is a card that needs wastes. I take that completely back. There you go. There is. Simon is right. I am wrong. There is a card that takes. Saying that, we're both called Simon. So,
Yeah,
so maybe I'm just talking to myself.
I'm not here.
It's all a complete and utter fever dream. All right. Resentful Revelation. If you play Final Fantasy VII, you understand. Sephiroth does not have a fun time realizing things. Grand Pulse Ochu, a merchant, a light of judgment, a dwarf castle guard. Is he from Final Fantasy IV? I've not seen him in Final Fantasy IV, but he must be in it because that's what the card says. Fish person, monk's fist, Albert Steiner. He's the guard who looks after the main lady. Then you have a realm sketching, poison the waters, Blitz and Bartz and Boko. Really cool if you're playing a bird commander. Does some cool stuff. Chromatic Lantern. That's a nice card. I like that. Look, that's quite cool. It's quite chill. Doesn't overstate itself in there. It's just you can tap for any mana, and everything can lands you control can tap for any mana. Nice little, that's nice. I like that.
Lexi Proxy.
Summon Chocobo and Mog. Gone Town of Ruin. Right, we are getting to the last 2 packs.
Collection.
No cats at the moment. We are still cat free.
I can see if I can find one.
The cats will be acquiring soon, just in case. We have Sage's Lifts, Red Mage's Rapier, White Mage's Stage, Forager, I can't pronounce words, Airship Crash, Magitech Infantry, Town Greeter, Reader's Return. Oh, we have Bean! Oh no! Look at the kitty! There we go, yeah.
Hang on, I'll go.
Look at you! You're so fluffy! Oh my golly! Look at how fluffy you are! Oh my god! I'll let him go.
And then she's gone again.
She's so fluffy now.
I know.
So fluffy.
And soft.
And soft. Yeah, it's ridiculous. It's crazy. Side quest, play Blitzball. It flips into a... Yes, that's his jazzy weapon from Blitzball. We have Kane. We have a Minwoo White Mage and a Treno Dark City. Cool, man. Oh, look at her looking like the bubba. Oh, gosh. Oh, sorry, guys. This is stream over. We've got cat time. Yes. Oh, my God. See, my cat, if I did that, held her on her belly, she would go nuts. Does Maui like being rubbed like that? Or is Maui... What? My cat makes... Have you seen that video where there's like... They go in Japanese and the guy touches his cat's belly. It's like... What are
you doing?
It's like, I will kill you.
I mean, if I do this long enough, she'll start attacking me.
But look, she's got her eyes. She's living the flipping dream. I know, Bean. Luna Delph, whichever you want to be called, you're all good. Namazu Trader, Gigantoad, Scorpion Sentinel, Red Mage Rapier, White Orosite, Iron Giant, Magitech Infantry, Ignis Ciencia, Ring of Lucy, Side Quest Razor Chocobo, which you can do in Final Fantasy VII. We have a Jador Aristocratic Capital. We have a Clive. I do want a Clive. The card, and so because he flips into his summon, so he's the primal dominant of Ifrit, so he does some cool things. And after that turn 3, he becomes Clive again. Ifrit's dominant. So the whole story, they should only be one dominant for fire, but they find out there's more than one because you've got Ifrit and you've got a Phoenix. So it's the whole story. It's the whole story. It's really good. Lion's Heart and Swamp. So yeah, in that pack we got another mythic, a nice little rare. That's a nice double. And as I said before when we started, all these cards are for sale.
Distracted you.
Well, just look at her. You're so fucking cute. She's like, oh yeah, I'm done. Look, sniff the packs. Sniff it. Bean, sniff the pack. Yeah, that's it. Good cat. Yeah. Luna Delph's bum. That's.
Yeah, if I do.
There we
Oh
go.
no, she's gone again.
Ah, she's gone. Balam Terexasaur, Thunder Magic, White Mage's Staff, Tangrita, Sycophant, Promptu Argentum. How can I pronounce that? But the other ones, I'm like, I can't do it. Travel the Overworld, Clash of the Icons, Crystals Chosen. So I think this is from Crystal Chronicles. This is from Final Fantasy 3, but I think it's from Crystal Chronicles. Kuja. So he is the bad guy from who we saw earlier with the proxy through the ages. So he's the main villain from Final Fantasy 9. He becomes Trance Kuja. If a wizard you control would deal damage to a permanent or player, it deals damage double that damage instead. So anything I would say, I feel like it should be flying because it's kind of flying in the picture. Except for that, it's a cool card, does cool things. Sidequest Catch a Fish, Charlene Nation of Scholars. Okay, we have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 packs left. Are we going to get a VV or a Ancient Copper Dragon? Who knows? But we've had fun along the way. We've had some cool cards, some cool through the ages stuff. So it's just nice stuff. A Merchant, Thunder Magic, You're Not Alone, Resentful Revelation, Grand Pulsar Chew, Iron Giant, Ambrosia, who long story, but he's the companion to Clive. It's his Chocobo, cut his eye, but you find it later on. Oh, we've got our first Cactuar. Sweet. That is Cactuar. So he's cool. Kind of slightly broke. It's not the right Cactuar.
It's not the right cat. It's not the crazy nice.
No! I was so hopeful there. I thought we had it. A Pixie. Leviathan. Oh, we got a couple of rares in this
That's
one.
very pretty though. No, not that one.
That one. So that's Jill again. So Jill,
Yeah,
the Shiva's dominant. So she will flip. And she does cool stuff. So can't be blocked. Tap all lands. And exile her and return to the battlefield. So said she does the nice thing with these ones from Final Fantasy 16. The summon happens. It does the things. Goes back to Jill. Jill has a good time. We exile her again. Bam. You just rinse and repeat. Maniac. Laboratory Maniac again. Cool one from Final Fantasy 11. Haven't played it, but they're cool. Alright, we are cracking on packs. We've got 3 left to go after this one. Are we going to hit it? Come on. We've got some stuff. You're Not Alone. Resentful Revelation. A Chew. Stuck in Summoner's Sanctum. Haste Magic. Sycophant. Adventurers Inn. Thief Knife. Freya. Golden Saucer. Renu and Rude, Luna, Whale, and stuff. So nothing in that one. So another Luna Whale.
I just had Luna.
Luna Delph. Bean.
She went back out. She ate some food and was arm off.
Don't blame her. She's living that best life.
Oh, she was grumpy with the rain earlier.
Yeah.
So she's got to make up her time that she had to spend.
Yeah. Why is it with cats like that? Because you're like they just.
She goes out for a bit and then comes back and is like, no.
It's not for me. I know exactly. My cat is exactly the same. Vane's Treachery, Chocobo Kick, Root Turret, Saboteur, Sabotent. I can't pronounce it. Iron Giant, really horrible card in a limited format. 7 for a 6/6 that does a load of stuff. Monk's Fist, Rufus Shinra, cool card because you keep on recurring 2/2s if you lose the 2/2s. This is Garrett's mum, Queen Bran. She produces little wizards. Reach the Horizon, Ambrose. This is again the cool full art version. Cerberus does horrendous things because you copy stuff and you triple copy stuff. So it's just disgusting. Sycophant, Rabanastra. Okay, we are second pack. Come on, give us the juice. Juice. I gotcha. Dwarven Castle Guard. Hekdize, Bard's Bow, Combat Tutorial, Blazing Bomb, Magitech Infantry, Hilgaigus, Sleep Magic, Phoenix Down, SideQuest Play Blitzball. Go-Go's, this is a really weird one because you get to tap it, pay XX, copy target, activated or triggered ability you control X times. So that could be so many different things and it makes it very disgusting. I don't know where it sits in the format yet, but it's very disgusting. It's not a very nice card, but it's cool what it does. I don't know, it's just disgusting. Varn, Lancery Storm again from Final Fantasy 12 and Captain Lancery Storm from Ixalan. Black Mage's Rod and Gudus Salem. And then final pack, we slap it. Come on, we give it the double rub. This is the pack. This is the pack. Come on.
Rubbed all the foil off one of the cards.
I probably have. To be honest with you, I've probably ruined the card inside. Serialized Training Chocobo. You can't even get them in this packs, but you can because I rubbed it so much. Gallicat. Sephiroth's Intervention. Goodberg Gardener. Retrieve the Esper. Call the Mountain Chocobo. Town Greeter. Lunatic Pandora. Giot, King of the Dwarfs. Summon Anima. Disgusting one from... that's Seymour's one. Really cool in Final Fantasy X. Colosseum Behemoth. Auron's Inspiration. He's his dad's thing. It's quite cool. Memories Returning. And that's the last card. So Memories Returning. Reveal the top 5 cards of your library. Then you choose an opponent. They put one in the bottom of the library. Then you put the top. Blah, blah, blah. Cool. Anyway, thank you ever so much, guys, for tuning in. I said everything here will be for sale at Beacon. Really much appreciate... Oh, yeah, back on me. For guys tuning in. Obviously, I know it's a bit of a longer one compared to normal. Woo! Oh, my God, that is my face. On Tuesday, we've got, I said, Commander Party. Tomorrow, we have a Chocobo Racing Draft. And yeah, from tomorrow, we have Magic Final Fantasy stuff for sale. So come in, pick up stuff, play stuff. This set has been insane. I don't understand. Well, I love Final Fantasy, but I do not think many people would be that into Final Fantasy. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy.
I wouldn't be surprised if it does more than all of the rings.
Yeah, and that is basically... But I don't know. It's just weird. It's just like good. It's good. Really good. I can't complain about it. But the amount of demand people have had for it is we're probably going to put in limits on how many collector boosters people can buy because of how bad we've been allocated and just how crazy the market is at the moment. And yeah, but so we have stuff. Come see us. We always try to look after people that support us. And as I said, yeah. So and now we are WPN. We will be doing more events going forward. More free things for people like you. The general public and people like you, Si, obviously because you're an amazing human being, and people for the cats, just
for the cats.
Team Cat #cats. And yeah, no worries. Thank you ever so much, guys. Thanks, Simon, again. Thanks to everyone in our community, Beacon, and all that kind of stuff. You guys are the beacon for all of us. That was such a really bad send off on it. Freaking Lord.